Hey there, my name is Alejandra Valenzuela. I'd like to welcome you back to the second video I am posting ever on this new channel. If you're joining me for the first time, I highly recommend you watch the first video where I talk about myself. I introduce my story and how I got started on my spiritual journey. And if you're joining for the second video and you've seen the first, welcome back. And I really, really appreciate you being here. As a quick aside, before I jump into the topic that I want to talk about today, I just would like to mention, I'm not saying anything, I'm just saying that I'm from LA. And I said in the first video how proud I am to be from the City of Angels. And the day I posted, the Dodgers won the World Series. They're from LA, if you didn't know. If you're not from the US and baseball is not a thing for you, just pick a sport that's big in your country. Imagine your hometown winning, it all. That's basically what happened. And if you were in Los Angeles at the time, I'm not in LA, but I was on my family group text messaging, and they said the town was going crazy. And I just love that the day I launched my channel, the City of Angels was like, yeah! Like I'm taking part of the credit with the Dodgers. Like, here are the Dodgers winning, and then I'm right alongside, like, yeah, I started this channel, thanks. I'm from LA too. So anyway, I just had to share that. Okay, so today I would like to talk about the name of the channel, Wildflowers Within. I have my wildflower pants on today. And, I love this name. I love this name for many different reasons. And to start explaining it, I think I'll reference one of Eckhart Tolle's books, A New Earth. If you haven't read it, it's amazing. I highly recommend it. I think it's in the very beginning of the book. And he talks about the evolution of our planet, of our beautiful Gaia, and how it must have been the most incredible phenomenon when the first flower ever bloomed. I Googled when did the first flower bloom on planet Earth, and according to the National Geographic website, it took place 130 million years ago. That's a really long time. And he says that, Eckhart Tolle in his book, he says that it probably didn't survive for that long. It was probably still a pretty hostile environment. The conditions weren't set for flowers to bloom all around. But this one flower, this one wild flower that broke through, represented so much for Earth. And that it was a shift for the Earth, in that it was the flowering and the awakening of consciousness, an expression of consciousness. And I really love that metaphor. I really, really love that metaphor. And, the Earth, there wasn't anyone there to dictate what should or should not grow. It was pure wilderness and pure expression, pure freedom to express. And that's what it feels like is slowly taking place within me, with this whole movement, with this whole journey. And I'm constantly asking myself, like, if I think about myself, the earth is a living, breathing thing. We are living, breathing beings. We are no different in that sense. And it's almost like, checking in, like, what's in there? What could possibly want to come out and be expressed and bloom? And I have many forms of prayer. I have many forms of prayer. And one of my biggest prayers is that I can serve the divine in the best way I know possible. And I joke with some of my friends because, this leap of faith I took 2 years ago, I feel like I am an American football player with a helmet on and with shoulder pads and with a uniform. And it's like I'm looking up at Coach, God, and I'm like, put me in, Coach. Like, where do you want me? And I want like the tap on the head from the coach. You see it, and they're like, go play defense, go play offense. And like, I just want someone to give me instructions and be like, okay. Oh. And you know what? No matter how hard I pray, I'm not getting specifics. I mean, I do get answers, but they're very generic, Like the message that I shared in the last video. Don't think that you've made it. There's still so much more waiting for you in life that has yet to be seen. Okay, that was an answer. It wasn't specific. It wasn't quit your job, Alejandra, sell your things, move to Brazil, start traveling. None of that was there. But I was given an answer, and it's almost like this analogy of put me in, Coach. What I'm finding, it's really simple. I just have to really start asking, what do I want to do? What do I love? What's going to feel good? And not something that I'm basing off of social constructs that I've known from before. Not looking at all the various ways that we deem success can happen in our lives, or how to get this much money, or this type of relationship, or whatever goal, that might look good on paper. What wants to express from within needs to throw all of those rules out and just be free to express. And so it's like with my helmet and my shoulder pads and my whole uniform, what I'm finding is I get to go to the coach and I'm like, okay, I want to go in that position right now. So I'm going to do it. Okay. Bye. I hope it goes well. And it's like, that's what I'm trying to discover. What are these wildflowers inside that want to express? What is so innate to my soul that it wants to create? And it's not about if anyone else is going to create it. Wildflowers don't care where they grow. They don't care if there's other people around it. I saw this one wildflower walking down the street, and here's the curb, here's the sidewalk, the street started, and it's right here. It just broke through concrete and is right there. That's freedom and expression. Oh, and that's what I'm asking for in my life. I pray. These are my prayers every day. And if I can, follow what I love. If the world followed what they really, really loved. Imagine the flowering and awakening of consciousness that would be taking place in humanity. If it was such a phenomena with this one flower on planet Earth, God, imagine the phenomena taking place in all of us. if we really, really chose to discover our wildflowers within. It sounds really good to me. So that's it. That's why I chose that name. I hope you like it. And there will be more coming. Thank you so much for watching this second video. I love you guys very much. I think all of you have these beautiful seeds of creation inside of you. And my prayer is that I express my wildflowers within. And generally what one prays for themselves, it also prays for others. Wow, a mango just fell from that tree. It wanted to express and say hi. So let's just express what we really want to do, you know? It feels so good to us. And let's watch Coach smile because we're choosing our wildflowers. All right, take care. Thank you for joining. Stay tuned for more. Bye.